Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this holy mess. I had these thoughts on my mind and I wanted to talk about this because in light of all of the rumors swirling about tdjakes, was he involved in the shenanigans and the festivities at the Diddy parties and the freak-offs, as they have been deemed and have been titled? Or are these just salacious rumors that are going around about him and people are just trying to tear him down and tear down a good black pastor or whatever, the man of God, like some people are calling him. And, people are just sharing a lot of their thoughts about this man. And I'm honestly just at this point kind of over it, but I wanted to talk about this point because even if, let's say, he did not participate in any of the shenanigans and the festivities, if you will, at any of the Diddy parties, even if that's the case, let's talk about the fact that this man, this bishop, his title, Bishop tdjakes, is the mentor of Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Love Combs, Puffla Combs. I don't know, like all of these different names. Let's just say that Bishop tdjakes was not involved and was not participating in any of these things. But think about this, okay? The reason why I feel that a lot of these people who claim to be this bishop's congregation, his parishioners, his sheep, like he even called them, which I felt was blasphemous because you're not Jesus Christ. So no person is your sheep, okay? I was just very offended when I heard him say, "My sheep know my voice and the strangers they will not follow." That was not talking about a person here on earth. But anyway, that's what he said about himself. So he said he's not called to everyone because his sheep know his voice and the strangers they will not follow. It sounds like some Jim Jones type of stuff. You know what I mean? Jim Jones, Jonestown. Remember the over 2,000 people that lost their lives? Like, that is just some sick stuff. But getting back to the situation of him being Sean Combs' mentor. A mentor is someone that is supposed to help the person that is the mentee to live a better life and lifestyle, to change their ways, to aspire to higher, to do better, to do good in life. And even if tdjakes was not privy to how this man, this monster, in my opinion, was doing Cassie, let's be clear. The man has not had a good track record just about the things that we did know about. And you could go over the years of different interviews that he has done, different things that he has said, how foul and how corrupted he was speaking, sounding, operating when it comes to the people that he had signed to his label, how he was treating them. Speak to Aubrey O'Day from the former group Danity Kane, just as one example, just to name one example. We could go down a list of all of the people that have been affected by this man negatively just in their careers. Has Bishop tdjakes been a good mentor? I mean, let's just be honest. Has he been a good mentor? Because if he was a good mentor, why would Sean Combs be operating the way that he was operating? So to see this man hugged up, leaning on his chest or his shoulder or whatever he was doing in that picture with Bishop tdjakes, pointing at him and doing the little hand symbol that he was doing and talking about how Bishop tdjakes is a mentor to him. And people are saying, oh, well, Bishop tdjakes, he was at Diddy's party because that's his mentee. Sean Combs sees him as a mentor. But what type of mentorship was he offering him? Because his ways have definitely not been elevated. He's probably definitely made more money over the years. But has his character leveled up? Has his integrity increased? Has he been treating people well? And now seeing that he was supposedly giving masters back to a lot of his artists, and on the heels of what we learned that came out with regards to Cassie, that just looked like it was something that he was doing to prepare himself for what was about to be exposed. Because that lawsuit did not hit him by surprise. The person who is served, they know about the lawsuit before, anybody else does. And two, Cassie's team, they were trying to work something out behind the scenes and not go forward with filing it publicly so that all of us would be privy to what has transpired. And in his arrogance and in his pride, he refused. So has Bishop T.D. Jakes been a good mentor to Sean Combs? Because if people want to use that line about, well, that was his mentee. Sean Combs saw Bishop T.D. Jakes as his mentor, so that's why he was at the birthday party. But yet this man has been horrible, okay? And now that we know about all the other things that he was doing, he was a freaking monster to Cassie. And this man, Bishop T.D. Jakes, was a mentor to Sean Combs, and he was doing all of these things over all of these years. Just hearing that alone, I would not need to see any pictures or video footage of Bishop T.D. thongs. Like, this rumor's been going around about him being in a thong, tooted up on a motorcycle holding a peach cobbler, okay? Which sounds absolutely ridiculous. And two, I don't need that visual. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't need to see that. If I was one of his parishioners, someone that was going to the Potter's House ministry, or one of these foolish, in my personal opinion, listen, if you're one of the people that have been going to his Women Thou Art Loose conferences every year, please don't take any offense to this, because I'm not trying to be offensive. But if you're one of the silly women that was falling for that marketing ploy of him having these conferences every year, Women Thou Art Loose, and you're just going to this every year, was just, again, another huge money grab, okay? I would not continue. So for those who continue and they want to be, complicit in what they've heard, and they just want to say, oh, they're just trying to tear a good black man down. They're just trying to tear down the man of God. This is nothing but the work of the devil. This is Satan at work. The devil is busy. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Like, none of that stuff applies to him. Bishop T.D. Jakes is a businessman. If nothing more, he's a businessman. Is he a real bishop? Is he a man of God? In my personal opinion, no. I would not sit here and say that I haven't heard anything that was maybe in some motivational video where they showed some, and shared some clips of some things that he has said in some of his sermons or whatever that was just motivational. But was it a word from the Lord? No, I wouldn't see it as that. Absolutely not. But just having the knowledge that this man was Sean Combs' mentor, and to now know that out of this time that he was Sean Combs' mentor and he was torturing this young lady, okay, would make me question being under the guidance, the tutelage, the teaching, and the word being taught by this man. And it's so funny. The internet, it really has no chill, because I was just typing up in, I think it was either in Yahoo or in Google, TDJA. And it just pulled up TD Jakes and it said American Power Bottom. Okay. I don't know who went into the search engines and changed it from American Preacher or whatever it was saying before that. And I have a screenshot of that in this video for you to see it. But I didn't do it. I swear, I didn't do it. I typed it up and it just pulled up. So you can see in the screenshot, I typed in TDJA and it pulled up his picture, and underneath it, it said, tdjakes, American Power Bottom. Okay, okay? But just the knowledge of knowing that this man has been the mentor of Sean Combs, and we know the history. He has not been married. He's been connected to a lot of people that have lost their lives. We don't know if he had anything to do with it, but I'm just saying he has done horrible business with a lot of his artists, but they have not been compensated fairly, compensated well. They have, a lot of them lost their lives. They've been struggling. They have had to go and work at White Castle and all. It's just not a good look. So for the people who are continuing to follow him, continuing to go to his ministry, continuing to windmill in comment sections about him, saying, don't talk about my bishop. That's my man of God. Touch not my anointed. Don't my prophets no harm. Get your mouth off of the man of God. Save it. Okay? Save it. Because just knowing what we do know, and added to what we know now about all the things that he was doing to Cassie, and this man was his mentor. I don't care what anyone says. Well, he wasn't the one that was doing it, but yet he was claiming to be this man's mentor. So what are you really doing? And if he wasn't really his mentor and you're just using that for a cover to be connected to him, then also that looks bad as well. So either way you slice it, guys, my personal opinion is that he should just step down. And who knows, he may be in preparation of doing that, because I know that he's propped his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, up to really be in this position of leadership, which, listen, again, not saying that she hasn't said some things that have inspired and motivated some people, but is she a preacher? I don't think so, my personal opinion. And I did hear that he kind of released the mantle of the Woman Thou Art Loose ministry conference situation that he was having every year to now it's Woman Evolved, and his daughter Sarah Jakes Roberts is over the whole thing. But we also know that his daughter Cora Jakes has allegedly, now I'm going to say allegedly, but I believe it to be the case, used spiritual coercion and spiritual manipulation to steal someone's child. When they have all of the money that they have, and they could have paid someone to be a surrogate for her to have a baby. That doesn't require you having to go through adoption agencies and them looking at her mental health situation and seeing that she's not a good fit based on that. I'm just saying, it's really looking bad out here just to have him have the title and label of being Sean Combs' mentor. Why would anybody want to continue to follow that, knowing the type of person that Sean Combs has been? And if he really was mentoring him, it did not work. And if he was just lying about being his mentor just to be connected to him, then that looks even worse. So guys, just let me know your thoughts in the comment section respectfully. Thank you guys so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.